Okay, hey everyone, thanks for joining us today. It looks like we have the majority of the group, but we will be recording this, so if anyone joins later down or if you guys hear anything that you want to flip back to, it'll be recorded. We're going to be sending that out hopefully by end of week, if not early next week. This isn't our first webinar, but it's a clean slate on what we've done before. I haven't done one of these personally in a while, but I'd like to continue to do them more and more. And what I know about webinars is they're coming, so we need feedback from you guys. We want to know what you like, what you don't like, and like areas that we can improve on. I believe we're going to be sending out a little survey to make it really simple for you afterwards. So give us your feedback. It'd be much appreciated. So without further ado, let's begin. So here's the team. We have Samantha Brackett. She's leading the dream team over here. She's a senior director of RevenueWire. Dylan Benson, network account manager. He handles all the merchants currently. And then we have Braden Lunch, our senior affiliate manager. Sure looks very familiar to most of you from seeing me at the shows. And we have Breland Boyce, an affiliate manager as well. And there's me, Chad Wilton, senior advertiser acquisition specialist. Actually, I think I might just switch on the cam so you know who's actually behind the webinar. See if that works. All right. So hopefully you can see me clear. You know, it's not a bot on the other side. I'm actually holding my Tim Hortons coffee. So you know, actually we're based out of Canada. This is a delicacy up here. Hopefully you guys can make it up sometime. What I basically am is business development manager. I've been around the space for about 5 years. I started off as an affiliate manager. I loved it ever since. Ever since I got into this industry, I loved it. I enjoyed the affiliate management role, and then I ended up leading a team of affiliate managers. What I got to see while I was doing that was a lot of affiliates start from scratch and make it to the 6 to 7 figures a month revenue. That's something, you know, it's a huge accomplishment for you guys, but it's also a huge accomplishment for us and being part of that. So hopefully that you can be part of that with us here at RevenueWire as well. We'll try to keep the webinar under about half an hour, and like I said, we'll be recording it, so don't worry if you need to skip back and watch anything afterwards. One thing to note is that a lot of you might not be affiliates actually with this because we partnered up with OfferVault. They ended up mailing out to their base, so if you're not, make sure you sign up, head to our website, get the sign up link maybe in the email afterwards, and a lot of this become more relevant for you afterwards. I'm not going to flip this video off so you don't have to look at my face for the rest of the webinar, but now you know there's a real person behind here. So let's get going on what we're going to cover today. Did I just turn the video back on? Hey guys. All right. So what we're going to be covering. So we're going to start with the CPA State of the Network. We're going to chat about where we're at, why CPA, and then some. We're going to go over offers, those that we have live on the network, and those that we have coming down the pipe. We also have special guest advertiser Pete Fuchko, a good friend of mine from Identity Armor. He's going to be going over one of our highest converting email submit offers on the network. And then we're going to go over a platform overview of what's really important for you guys to find out about the platform in order to make CPA work for you. We'll also have a question and answer period near the end. So there's a box on the right side of the screen, I believe. Just plug in any questions throughout the webinar. We're going to be scribing those down, and hopefully by the end we'll be able to answer as many as we can. I do want to keep it within 30 minutes. I know your time's really valuable. We'll try to get through them all, but if we don't, we'll be sending out an answer sheet afterwards, or we'll get AMs or myself to respond to you directly. So make sure you throw your questions in there. I would love to hear from you. So the state of the network. For those of you who don't know or just need a refresher, you know, we're traditionally an e-commerce platform. We've always excelled in the rev share CPS arena. We've made Blue Buck's top affiliate networks 5 years in a row now. So we clearly have that down. You know, we've normally focused towards the downloadable software as well. This is where we're at, but only really within the last year we've decided to focus more towards CPA. I want to be clear. Nothing's changing from our regular business. We're not reallocating resources or shifting direction. What we're doing is we're growing. So we're always constantly growing. It's always adapting to different industry trends, whether that's payment processing, content providers, investing in call centers, and of course now expanding our CPA offering. So don't worry about your current business with us, just imagine what else you could be doing with us. There's so much opportunity out there. I mean, for those of you that are with us, we did an audit a few months back, and what we found out was that a lot of you are currently running your current CPS rev share business with us, but you're also doing a lot of other things through CPA. Is it mobile CPIs? Is it lead submits? We found out a lot about the different verticals that you guys are in. So we'd like to do regular check-ins with you guys. We want to make sure that we're growing with you. We're going in the same direction as you need to be. So your feedback's extremely valuable. Always feel like you can hit us up and let us know where you're at. We want you to think when CPA comes to mind, the other networks like Max Bounty, PureFly, ClickBooth, we want RevenueWire to be in there too. So whatever you can do to help us, help you, is much appreciated. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the offers. So when I said that we did the audit a few months back, these are some of the verticals that were a bit more prominent than others. Health, beauty, and fitness. I mean, this vertical, it normally spikes in May as, summer's coming and everyone gets to their beach body or trimmed down, a physique in place. But, it's never a bad time to hit this up. So we've partnered with some great advertisers. The 4 of these are from one close friend of mine as well. Was born in Victoria, moved down to LA to join the advertiser here. P90X is a well-known brand, but P90X3 is its souped-up brother version. 21-day fix, Insanity Max 30, Brazil butt lift. These are just a few of the offers that we actually have and have access to. So if there's a particular one out there that you'd like, let us know, and we'll try to get a very similar offer for you. Finance. So finance was another huge call out from you guys from the audit. Netcredit.com, FHA rate help, Liberty Lending, low rate shop. These are like refinancing your mortgage, personal installment loans, anything. But I do want to make clear that all of the finance offers that we bring on are all compliant with Google's updated policies through AdWords. So don't fret about that. We got you covered. Downloadable software, like I said before, this is our niche, or was, and we're growing out of it, but it's still going to be around in different models. The ones that you see here, your Maps Now, your Email Now, your Weather Now, these are all desktop CPI versions. This is what I know. These are great offers, very easy to convert, pays out fairly well, and I'll actually go dig deeper and show you the landing page soon. Email submits, these are standard on every network. We want to have some for you too, and like I said, we're having Pete Fitchcoach joining us with Identity Armor to talk about his email submit. That one's crushing it right now on the network. I know he's going to try and convince you to run it, but it's no joke. You should definitely apply to run that. So what I want to do is I want to check out a few of these offers with you. So I'm going to hop out. Hopefully nothing breaks. And let's check out Insanity Max 30 first. So this is a CPS style offer. It has a long sales page as you get onto it. I mean, these folks maxed out. Now look at them. Be like Mark Eastby. Lose 30 pounds. This product sells itself, folks. No, in all sincerity, it is a good offer. There are lots of different display banners for it as well. If you want to do custom banners, feel free, but I do ask you to submit them to me first for approval so that we let the advertiser know so their thing is compliant. This offer is open to Canadian and American traffic, so all promotion methods as well. Incent is not allowed, but if you have something unique that may not fall under the normal, just feel free to hit me up and I'll run it past them. They're a really flexible advertiser, and I'm sure we could work something out for you. The offer pays out $12 every sale. This, alongside the other offers that I told you about in the health and fitness, they all vary in payouts. I'd say from 10 to 30, actually up to 50. So just have a look at our inventory and see what you like. The finance offer I'm going to show you is Net Credit. This one is a personal installment loan. It's 4-page submit, and of course they're going to ask you a bit more information, a bit harder to convert. this type of offer does really well on paid search. Keywords are going to be a little bit pricey, but the payout is nice. It's a $125 payout for this offer. This doesn't have any display banners, but if you are running it outside of search or SEO, throw some together, throw them by me, and likely to get them approved as well. Now, let's go check out these CPI ones I was talking about. So this is your video converter. The way that these desktop CPIs are built out is they're split up into two different types of offers. So if you're going to log into our platform, you're going to see it show up as your vid converter Chrome and your vid converter Internet Explorer / Firefox. They do this because they found that the LTV, the lifetime value or the quality of users, differs based on browser. For your vid converter, you're going to see that on Chrome, the payout's actually more because the user is actually higher quality. They come back and use the toolbar more and more. Whereas Internet Explorer, Firefox browser users, not so much. They're not coming back. They're not using the search bars as much as they would maybe on a different product. So have a look, check our inventory, see which one fits your niche, and we'll be able to make something work. All these start off with a 30 lead cap daily, and like I said, based off quality, we can increase that by end of week. The advertiser's really responsive, and they're always looking for volume, huge budgets, no problem there. Definitely suggest checking these out. We also have access to a ton more, so if there's a particular niche you don't see on there, let your AM know, and we'll be able to find something that resembles it for you. Now, the next one will be Identity Armor. So before I mute Pete, because once I do, we open up floodgates and he cannot stop talking. Sorry, Pete. I'm just going to go over a few elements of it. The payout is $1.50 per lead. That's pretty standard for email submits, but the thing converts like a hot damn. It's a great offer. I love it. It was the first offer I wanted to bring on when I started here. The geos, it's open to US only. That's okay because they're pulling off a database that has the information mostly pulled from America, I believe. Pete will probably inform me a bit more about that. We're open to all sorts of promotion methods, except for incent. You're starting to hear the theme, no incent. We can talk about that in another webinar, though. So, yeah, without further ado, I think we should unmute Pete and see what he's got to say.
Hey, guys. First of all, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to me spiel about Identity Armor. Right now, we have a patent pending on our scanning database, which you guys can see a little screenshot of. We have 5 separate pages that you do the email submit on. Right now, there's in our database 1,070,000,000 records. So the chances are about 1 in 5 that somebody's name's going to come up as they've been breached. And a breach means that in a data loss, like MySpace, LinkedIn, Adobe, Tumblr, I mean, the list goes on and on. It even goes into the Fling, the Ashley Madisons, the Mate Ones. All these databases were compromised, and people's email addresses, social security numbers, credit cards, date of birth, all this information was extracted, and it sits in the dark web. We have guys that are like mushrooms that sit in the dark, and they scour the deep dark web, and the only thing that we pull from these databases are the usernames and the email addresses of customers that were breached. We don't capture credit card numbers, social security numbers. We only want to show that your information was breached and that you are at a high risk for identity theft. Our product, Identity Armor, comes in 3 versions. The 3 versions are pretty standard. We have what we call the Classic, which does not have identity protection per se, but it has lost wallet and an identity alert provision in it that if your information is suspected to be breached, we will notify you. Then we have what we call our Gold package, which has the 1 credit bureau monitoring in it. And then we have our Platinum package, which is 3 credit bureau monitoring. And breaking news that I can let out today, we've actually partnered with a company called Signal Vault, who was featured on a Shark Tank. Everybody who buys the Gold or the Platinum package will actually receive a Signal Vault identity protection device for your purse or wallet. And what this does, this sends out a RFID block. All new credit cards are powered by RFID. You put this Signal Vault blocker in your wallet. I have one. I just had friends over. I gave everybody a Signal Vault blocker to protect your credit cards, like when you go through the airport. So we're adding that to the website on Monday. Everybody gets a Signal Vault. And just one thing that you got to be really careful about with right now are children. When you're born in the United States, not only do you get a birth certificate now, you get a social security number now. When I was born, I got a birth registrant certificate. I had to get a birth certificate and get a social security number now. So identity theft is on the rise. We have a lot of stats that we can, help you with email submissions. In the email form box that you guys see on the screen, we can pre-populate this with the emails you have in your database. So when your customers open up your email, we can actually have it pre-formed in the block here that they don't have to enter their email address, and then they hit search, they go into our database, there's over 1 billion records, and they either get a positive response or a negative response. And that's basically it. It's U.S. only. The market cap is about 323 million people.
Actually, Pete, that's a good point when you said that you can pre-populate and either tell you if it's breached or not. It also tells you where the breach was from, correct? Like, I think mine was associated with the Adobe breach.
Correct. So actually what we do, so the people, don't think that we're trying to do something suspicious, we actually tell you exactly where the breach happened and when it happened. Adobe, MySpace, I'm like Chad. I personally got hit at Adobe, so my information was released from Adobe. You guys can feel free to try the scan box. The URL is identityarmor.co/scan, SCAN, /D as in dog, just the letter D. And you can feel free to test it. We have this page hidden right now. We are going to release it as soon as we do some more branding on the page to make it more like a trusted site. But, I've known Chad for years, and we're really looking forward to bringing on some super pubs. We can actually do co-branded pages on the scan page if you'd like. And the same thing with the banners and emails. We just ask that you guys forward everything to Chad so we can run it through our own internal compliance team along with RevenueWire's compliance team. And, we're pretty loosey-goosey. We just got to make sure that we abide by the rules and regulations, and you guys can run with it. We have a cap in place right now. Yeah, Chad?
Why don't you the cap in place we have is set at about 100 leads a day for this offer, but Pete's really good at being responsive, whether it's backing up the quality, which kind of leads me into what I want to ask you. Why don't you tell them what quality looks like to you?
Well, right now, in the latest scans that we've been running, we found out that about 1 in 3 people come up positive, and out of those people, 90% call into our call center and talk to one of our agents. And the thing about Identity Armor, we're actually powered and backed by a company called Defender Pro. Defender Pro is a security company for your PC, Mac devices, and we felt a need that because so much fraud was occurring that we needed to get into protecting people's personal identity. We actually can do a lot of custom things with your customers, as in we can give them free antivirus for your Mac, we can optimize their PC or Mac. We're a software company by heart. We've been selling software for 13 years. Identity Armor is new to us, but with my marketing background, I used to be an affiliate back in the day with all the companies you guys used to work with. I did very well. I was able to segue out. I got into software. I parlayed my affiliate money into software. And, things have been looking really well for us. So I am an affiliate by heart, so I know what you guys feel doing affiliate marketing. I started in 2004. Got out of it in 2011 when I parlayed, my money into software. But, Chad and I work really closely with bringing on reps and affiliates to this offer. And I don't say no. I always say maybe. Let me research what you're doing, how you want to run it. And if it fits into our protocol, we'll definitely give you the green light to do a test. We're all about testing here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point because I know for most affiliates, it's not just about payouts are obviously number one, but it's relationships, and if the advertiser is responsive, trustworthy, and is willing to work with affiliate, I think that goes a long way. I know I've worked with Pete with affiliates in the past at different networks, and he's exactly what he says. He's a good person to work with. So if you guys ever need a call, Pete's always there. I've had countless of calls with Pete where we just talk in a circle and everyone explains exactly what they want to do, what could work, what can't work. So definitely an offer to get into based off of what you see payout, geo, promotion method-wise, but also the relationships as well.
Yeah, and then the other thing, Chad, we'll actually do custom payouts for affiliates too with their traffic. So we don't have a problem doing that. This game is all about volume and it's all about quality. So the guys that can push the good traffic with a steady, constant volume, we'll actually work with you. So we understand that you guys lay the money out first and then you get paid on the back end. Like I said, it's just like me back in the day being an affiliate for the offers that I ran. It's always rolling the dice, praying at the end of the month that the network or the merchant's going to pay you out. I've been in this game for 16 years, so you don't have to worry about Defender Pro, Identity Armor, RevenueWire. We're all solid, financially backed companies.
Exactly. And one more thing, Pete. I know I don't want to take too much of everyone's time, but I did talk to you before about maybe getting advertorials done up. So this will be open to native advertising. If any affiliate does want to write up their own, we could run it past Pete. That might be a bit quicker, or we can have Pete whip something up. Right, Pete?
Exactly. Identity Armor, Defender Pro, we work with affiliates and networks. We love affiliates. We're not like Google that hates affiliates. So, through Chad, through us, we will definitely get you approved, get you running, and and help you test things. Like I said, we'll split pages. We have the capabilities to do some deep tracking to see where customers drop. We'll do custom landing pages. We'll actually really help you guys, make things right here.
So there you have it, guys. Check out Identity Armor, apply to run, and let's get you running tomorrow. Thanks, Pete, for your time. I'll chat with you later. We're going to mute you and continue on. And
yep, sounds good. Thank you, everybody, for your time.
All right, great. So let's have a look at the platform next. So this may be familiar. Actually, you know what? Let's hop out and actually check it out in real life. So this is my account. You're going to see a lot of zeros. That's because we don't run offers unlike a lot of networks. We don't have an internal media buying team. I know there's a lot of debate on whether affiliates should work with the networks based off the fact that can they trust them, and trust is such a huge element in this industry. So I want to be clear, none of that's going on here, as you can see, or I'm just a really, really bad affiliate and I'm not earning any money. What I want to make sure, actually this might be very familiar for some of you, but for those of you who haven't signed up yet, this is our platform. This is our proprietary tracking platform. It's an ever-evolving, beautiful beast. If there's anything that you guys ever think that it needs, please let us know. We're always looking to improve. For the CPA side of things, what I want to go through is the reports, the products, and the setup. So let's have a look at reports first. Really, the main area is the CPA reports, obviously. What we're going to want to look at is just the CPA conversion report. It has everything. It's pretty simple. You can either run your offers, your geos, aliases. You have the ability to create separate accounts within your account. So let's just run it for today. I'll show you the columns that pop up. There's one click. Identity Armor, that's because we were just checking it out. Yeah, basically it's going to show you the offer that you're running, alias, and geo, clicks, conversions, earnings, CPC conversion. All this stuff is very straightforward. You can export it if you'd like, and we have an API as well if you'd like to plug in. Product is probably the more important area that I want to go over, because those of you that are used to logging in, you're normally not looking where the CPA offers are. You're normally either going to RevShare or Sale. So why don't we just go to Lead to see what just pops up? We're going to hit all categories, but if you ever do want a particular vertical, this is always evolving, and we're adding to it as we bring out more CPA offers. So don't forget to check that out as well. But right now, let's just do all categories. Let's see what pops up. So low rates shop, that's one that we touched on earlier. As you can see, there's two different type offers for it: $16 payout, $34. FHA rate help, Identity Armor, there's Pete's, and then Winship, WLend, these are all personal loans. Excuse me. Easy Auto Insurance, auto insurance offer of ours, doing well. It's nice throwing the conversion rate beside there too, but if it does look low, I mean, we're taking that from across the board. That's a network-wide conversion rate, so if someone's doing really well on it, but there's a lot of other people not doing so well, it'll take the blend. So if you ever ask, if you're ever curious of what the true conversion rate is, let us know, and we can kind of take a top average of those who are actually making it work. Divine Ease, Divine Pets, MDM exclusive, those are just the email submits that we have. Pretty standard. I mean, dollar payout. If you want, check them out. We have access to a few more if you have a different vertical in mind. So that's leads. I mean, what we can do now is check out the setup. This is more just to explore where you're going to be putting your pixels and postbacks. So I don't have one actually with me. I don't have anything placed. All you do, add tracking. There's a drop down that gives you lots of options here. I mean, JavaScript, you're going to plug in your code and then hit save. What that will do is it'll notify us to approve the pixels on our end. If it hasn't been approved, just hit us up right after you place it, and we'll get it done ASAP. So that's basically all I have. I hope you guys are submitting questions. I think someone's going to have, okay, we've got the questions. Great. If you have any more, please feel free to after the fact. More than happy to answer those afterwards as well. So, question and answer. I don't know if any of you recognize this individual. This is Justin Trudeau, our Prime Minister. Like I said, we're up in Canada. I was drinking my Tim Hortons. This is him explaining, I think it was quantum computing to a reporter. So let's save all of those questions for another day. Let's just get to some of the regular questions. All right. Okay. Oh, so this is actually, I didn't actually mention this during the webinar. The question is, how can you promise highest payouts? We sent a mailer out, I think, last week or the week before, comparing some of our offers to other offers by pulling information off OfferVault and showing that we have the higher ones. How do we do that? We're not a new network. We've been around the space for a long time. We've got some of the strongest relationships in downloadable software, I'd say, out there. So it's about leveraging the relationships. I think combined out of our team, we have a quarter of a decade, years of experience. We have a massive network. So it's using the relationships that we have in place to deals for you guys. Exclusives, if we could be AOR for any offers, that's obviously best. But if not, we'll lean the margins out for you guys. We need to prove to you that we're definitely a network to come to. So that's our secret sauce on how we can get you guys the best payouts. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but definitely look to us first. If not, check out OfferVault. We always make sure that we keep up to date with that to make sure that we're offering the best rates. Another question was on Google policy update for finance offers. Yeah, so the policy went out a few weeks ago. I believe there was just a couple things to it. Google's always trying to improve their user experience. They don't want to have anything that's going to falter someone coming back and using the search engine. So what they do is they try to make sure that maybe the ads that the user's seeing online aren't, for lack of better words, pissing them off. I believe the policy says that if you're promoting any loans, that it has to be a loan, or it can't be a loan that's paid within 60 days. It has to be paid within 60 days. It has to be over that 2-month mark. And then the other was that the annual percent has to be 36% or higher. It can't be 36% or higher. It has to be below that. So those are just part of the updates. I believe we sent out a roundhouse email. So check your inbox. If not, let me know and I'll be able to find it for you. It was a question for Identity Armor. How do you judge quality and how fast? I believe we answered that. Basically, it was if the email submits are actually leading to a phone call. It's up to the call center to monetize that lead, obviously. So as long as you're making sure that they're qualified leads and there's someone who's going to want to make sure that their identity hasn't been breached or how they can go about ensuring it won't be, that's a quality lead for Pete. So make sure that you're sending that and not garbage leads, because that's a relationship that won't last. Another question: if you don't have an offer what's the best way and quickest to get an offer on? Yeah, that's me. That's my job, business development manager. So let your affiliate manager know what you're looking for. If you know the offer is out there and you can give me specifics, that's an easy hunt down. If you have a general idea of a vertical that you need more offers in, we can work it that way as well. But all it is starting with the conversation. Any one of our team members is accessible practically 24/7. Everyone's got to sleep though. So feel free to hit us up. I believe we've got our Skype addresses here. So hit us up on Skype. You can call. Our email should be in the last mailer that went out, but if not, you have more than enough visible. So I think we're going to wrap it up. We'll go over what we talked about. So CPAs stay in the network. Number one thing to remember is it's business as usual, and then some. We're growing. CPA is something that we currently already have been doing, but we're going to be doing a lot more of. So always think of us alongside those other networks as the go-to. Offers, current, and what to expect. We listened to you. We did the audit, and we went after the verticals that you guys are looking for. So expect more of those. I do have a bunch of others in the pipe. We expect mobile CPIs coming down the pipe, some big e-commerce partners. Lots of good things coming, so keep checking in. I believe I'll be launching something every other week at the latest. Big thanks to Pete for joining us from Identity Armor. Great advertiser, great offer. It's an apply to run, so get in there and apply. I'll be able to approve you in no time. And we went over the platform and where you guys should be checking out. So if you're not an affiliate of ours, make sure you sign up and rewatch the webinar or hit one of us up and we can go through it for you. So there were actually a few unanswered questions during Q&A. I just didn't want to take too much of your time. So we will be following up with you guys. Don't worry. If there's a lot of them, we'll just do a group mass mail out, because I'm sure if you have a question, another person's asking it to themselves as well. Don't worry, we will answer those for you. So there we are again. We're going to be very present at the upcoming shows. Braden and I are going to be in London and Berlin. Berlin for Affiliate World Europe, and London just for meetings beforehand. And then a big group of us will be at Affiliate Summit East in New York. So let us know. Be sure to connect. We'd love to take time to sit down and meet with you. Other than that, it's been a great webinar. Thank you all for joining. Make sure that you let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, how we can improve, because these webinars aren't going away. We want this as a constant communication with you guys. You guys deserve it. You're awesome. And yeah, have a great rest of the week. Talk soon. Cheers.